The word autism conjures up a variety of images, often fueled by misinformation. But for many families, autism is their reality, a reality filled with both immense love and significant challenges. Parents see the world through the eyes of their children. They witness their child's brilliance, their resilience, their unique way of experiencing life. Yet, the world they encounter often falls short of understanding. Misconceptions cloud their potential, limiting the opportunities they deserve.
One of the biggest challenges that we faced during our autism journey was explaining people what exactly autism is and how Sahana comes under the spectrum, because she doesn't have the typical autism symptoms.
There is a lack of a structural setup that is needed in the entire system. For example, when a child gets diagnosed, the doctors may say that your child may have to undergo so many therapies, but they don't know where to start. A parent has to do a lot of research, go from one center to another center. I was lucky enough to find a good center where I got all the services, but in many cities, tier 2 cities, smaller villages, there are no such facilities, and parents end up getting exhausted in finding solutions. So I think that is the biggest challenge.
One of the biggest challenges has been to understand my son. Of course, before a communication mode in addition to gestures was introduced to him, it was like trying to figure out things without any guide or support. Once communication came through writing or typing, whatever, it came into the picture, it improved. But still there were challenges because the environment in terms of spaces and society were not accepting of his differences and needs. So every outing, every new space accessed, every new activity engaged in would be very stressful, not just for him, but even more so for us. The stress most often was whether we would face opposition from other people in case he had a meltdown or exhibited some behaviors which others found offensive, etc. And one of the main reasons for this was the lack of awareness about autism, and because people hardly ever got to see or interact with an autistic person on a day-to-day basis. This had created this enigma about autism, which was more negative than positive. Also, the invisible nature of this disability often tended to make people believe there was no disability, just purposeful bad behavior and poor parenting.
My biggest challenge was to understand the needs of my child. She would have a meltdown suddenly, and earlier it was really difficult for me to understand her triggers, her sensory needs, etc. But over time, my understanding of her sensory needs has improved.
Our fight isn't about curing autism, it's about celebrating the spectrum. It is about creating a world where our children can thrive, a world rich in acceptance and support.
I want the world to see my child as a regular child. I don't want people to say, oh, she is different, she is that, she can't do this and all that. Yes, there are few things which she can't do, but there are many things which she can do. And let them see her as a normal child. Why to differentiate?
I just want the world to give her equal opportunities the way we give to any neurotypicals. Give the equal amount of information, assume competence, the way you assume that, okay, what a 4-year child can do, same thing, you assume the same thing about my child. Whether she is able to do it or not is a different thing, but we have to assume competence when it comes to anything.
It would be wrong if I say I wish the world to perceive my child as any other child. Of course, that is just one part of my wish. I want the world to understand autism and accommodate them. I wish the world understands that those small milestones of my child are not easily achieved. I wish the world not to pity my child for what she is, but embrace and include her.
How would I like the world to perceive my child? Well, as a unique and beautiful human being, as an intelligent individual with a different way of looking at things, as a sensitive soul who challenges us, the neurotypicals, to be better human beings, better versions of ourselves.
Autism isn't a lack of empathy, it's a different way of expressing it. It isn't isolation, it's sometimes needing a quieter space to navigate the storm of sensations. It isn't a lack of intelligence, it's a mind that works in fascinating and unexpected ways. Let's embrace these beautiful differences and understand that sometimes the most profound connections are made in the quietest of moments. We envision a future where classrooms are sensory friendly, where playgrounds are welcoming, where opportunities are boundless, a future where equal truly means equal for every child on the spectrum and off. Let's bridge the gap of understanding and rewrite the narrative of autism together, because every child deserves the chance to shine.